Well, good morning. How are you all today? Welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I am Steve Smith. I know I said last night that I didn't think I'd probably have time to make any videos for a few days, but I got up kind of early, things to do, and it's a little bit before the crew's going to get here for us to go out there and work all day. So I've got a few minutes, and I saw something in the news that made me think I'd like to share this, especially for you who may not be in the position that you'd like to be or ought to be quite yet. Getting ready for a potentially cold, dark, long winter time. Welcome to everybody. Welcome to all the new people, both on YouTube and on Patreon. It's great to have you here. I should say this before I get, no, I'll wait until afterwards because I want to get to this message. I saw a news item. I forget, one of the, I check several news aggregators. I don't take Drudge seriously, but it was on one of the other ones that was talking about German generator manufacturers are working overtime. It seems that a lot of medium to large size companies in Germany are ordering generators in anticipation of a fuel shortage, rolling blackouts, and this comes, apparently somebody in their government made the statement. I mean, this is not new, okay? This is not new at all, but when a government official comes out and says something, then everybody takes it a little more seriously. And he came out and he warned, hey, you know, we're entering a winter time here that you may not have, we may not have power sometimes. So, you know, that means an interruption of business. You know, if you want to get something done right, give it to business, not to government, because business has a, you know, skin in the game, dollars in the game. They want to make sure that they're able to keep on continuing, because if they can't, they go out of business, all their employees get laid off. You know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the whole purpose of running a business is to make money, to ensure, you know, your future security, your business security, and you're able to continue supporting those people, the business owners, the business investors, and the employees that you want to. So they are ordering generators, apparently, right and left. And that brings us to you. If you don't have, I know I mentioned this in a recent video, if you don't have a generator, or if you don't have as many as you think you need, now is the time to get them. Morning, buddy. Quick coffee break. Now's the time to get them. Now, what do I suggest? Now, for those of you, many of you are generated up, right? You're all ready to go. But I want to say a word to those who may not be in that position yet. And I had an interesting comment over on Patreon. One of our patrons over there, Stank Williams, made a comment that I think I need to take to heart. And I was talking about, I made mention of whenever I make videos about, here, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. I invariably get comments from people saying, well, not everybody can do the money, you know, has the money for that and can do that and all that. You know, which makes me wonder why they're wasting time watching a prepper video rather than making money, except for I think I have an idea about that. I'm going to make a whole video on that. Because I'm sure there's many reasons. And for those of you who are thinking that, I'm not putting you down. I want to encourage you to do better, and I'm going to make a video just for you. But Stank said that, he says, you know, the reason that lady probably got irritated or mad or whatever was because this channel is more for the, not for the beginning prepper. Not at all for the beginning prepper. You know, I don't constantly make videos about, you know, starting a fire and things like that. And that's true. That's true. Sometimes I forget that. And so I'll probably start including some more of the basics, but understand that I come from a frame of, you know, having written 5 books about this stuff. So I feel that the basic stuff, there's plenty of people out there doing that, you know, the basic stuff has already been covered so many times, I want to take it a step beyond. But anyway, back to this. If you don't have a generator, you should get one if you can afford it, and you should get one right now. They're not that expensive. The small ones aren't that expensive, and I understand that expense is relative. Okay, for a few $100s, you can get a 2 or 400 watt generator. Now, some people think that you have to have these whole house generators. You don't. If the power goes out, you're going to be concerned with two things: light and heat. Okay. Now, a small generator is not going to run your furnace. It's not going to run heat. It's not even going to run one of those small little portable heaters. There are plenty of other ways to generate heat. And go look, and I'm going to show some of this on this channel one of these days, maybe after Thanksgiving. Look at the flower pot heaters. Don't be dissuaded by the people who say they don't work. They do work. I've used them, and they do work. And there's other ways to generate heat. But light is the most important thing. When you're selecting a new generator, just a second, I had to cough. When you're looking at generators, think of the small ones, not the big ones. The reason for that, and I have small generators. I just bought a dual fuel generator so that I wasn't relying totally on gas, but I have one that I'll run. It will run either on gasoline or propane, and it will simply be dedicated to propane because I have gas generators. But I want, versatility is the key to success. Diversity in prepping. Get the small ones. They'll last because when you have generators, you are dependent on gasoline. And how much gasoline can you store? Some can store a lot, some can't store that much. But you want a generator that will run as long as possible at about half load on the least amount of gas. That's why I recommend the small ones. They're easier to handle, they use less gas. You're not going to light up your house. It's not for lighting everything in your house like normal. No, you're going to want to be able to run a few lights to make, if you have a grid down situation, whether it's just, whether it's from the rolling blackouts or whether it's just a storm. These happens all the time. A few lights can make all of the difference. In addition to that, you should have all your lanterns and all your flashlights and candles and everything like that. But the generator is going to give you so much more ability to live normally. Okay, so that's what I suggest. And if you only have one and you can afford to get another one, I would suggest get another one. Until you get up to the to the larger ones, you're really mainly thinking about providing those very basic things. You don't have to worry about running your hair dryer and running the dishwasher. You can wash dishes by hand. I know a lot of you already do, but you just want some light. So get a small one. That's all that I'm going to talk about today because I've got to get ready for the crew. I've got a few things around here to do, but now's the time to do it. You can get these things. You can get them at Home Depot. You can get them at Harbor Freight. Somebody did ask me what kind of generators I recommend. I think they all run pretty well. I can't even tell you the brands of my generators. I don't know because I get them. I get them at a good price, and there you go. I think that's all. By the way, I should say, for those of you wanting to get a set of my books of the Stonemont series, I said yesterday, and I'll probably have to keep repeating it. It's probably too late for you to order autographed copies from me for Christmas presents, but because it takes a long time, even though I've sold out again, most. I've got a few in stock, but by the time I only check my business mail about once a week, by the time it takes me to get through and autograph everything and then get them back in the mail, and then the way the mail runs, you may not get them for Christmas. So if you want these for Christmas, I would suggest you do it through Amazon. They are specialists in shipping. They'll get them to you in time. For those of you who time is not that important and you'd like autographed copies, the way to do that is down there in the information section and a pinned comment. How to get them both on Amazon and from me, and also how to get to us over on Patreon. We've had I have been so busy I haven't had a chance to get over and read everything that the patrons on Patreon are putting up in the community section, and all the info. There is some amazing information over there on the Patreon channel. Many people aren't making it available to themselves. You should. You'll be amazed at what you'll learn over there, and the way to get to our Patreon channel is also down below. Okay, I'm going to get out and start doing some work for the day. Either tonight or tomorrow, I will be reading a Stonemont Thanksgiving. And until then, remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.